Hello everybody, my name is Aud and welcome back to the Aud Narrations channel. Today we're reading a story titled, My Girlfriend Has Rejected Sex So Much That I Now Don't Want to Do It Anymore. Ooh, spicy. As always, if you enjoy these videos and want to see more, make sure to hit the subscribe button, that way you won't miss the latest upload. Alrighty, let's make a start. The post reads, Hi all, I, 25 male, have been with my girlfriend, 25 female, for about 2 years. At the beginning, sex was okay. Never great, but good enough that I didn't care much. And then, about a year ago, she started rejecting me all the time. She did not only reject me when I initiated sex, but also did not want kisses and would get very upset with any kind of foreplay I tried to do. The very few times we did it, she put in no effort at all, and it was very bad, to the point I didn't enjoy it. At some points, she even told me that it looked like all I wanted is that. When that couldn't be further from the truth. I really love her. I view my future with her and all that. Nowadays, she tries to initiate it, to kiss me and all that, but I've been rejected so many times that I don't even feel like kissing her anymore. Has anyone gone through something similar? What are your thoughts? TLDR, my girlfriend rejects me so many times, I now can't even kiss her anymore, and I don't know what to do. That's tricky. That's really tricky. Let's see what the comments say. Someone's left a comment saying, just break up. It's not going to get better, trust me. I've been there. Someone replied saying, never marry into a dead bedroom. If she pulls this a year in, what's it going to look like in 10 years down the line? Someone else left a comment saying, it's not even that. She's not even sure of her own feelings and isn't really doing anything to understand why she recoils when he initiates. I know it can be hard sometimes to understand her own feelings, but if it's ever been brought up numerous times, and she's just kind of ignoring it. Sexual compatibility is super important, but someone who's able to self-analyze is even more so. Completely agree. Someone else left a comment saying, sounds like the relationship is already dead, but this calls for a serious conversation. I'd consider discussing the state of mental health for the two of you to see if there's anything going on. OP replied saying, we've talked many times about it, but it always comes back to the same regarding mental health. I don't think that might be the issue in this case, or at least I'm not seeing it. Someone replied saying, have the two of you had any tension previously? Sounds like she checked out. Maybe you didn't notice right away. I'd ask. And OP replied saying, not really. The relationship has been great apart from this. But I do find a bit of disengagement from her side. We talked about it, but she says it's because of work, etc., which I understand, but doesn't convince me 100%. Someone else replied, saying, it's not about work, etc. There is something going on in her mind that has taken away the desire, especially if it's the only thing wrong in the relationship. There's got to be a reason she feels turned off or avoidant, and honestly, it's her responsibility as a partner to be honest and talk to you about it. I think I agree with that. Someone else left a comment saying, have you talked to her about any of this? And OP replied saying, yes, many times. She always says that I'm right and she'll change, but it really doesn't. She still rejects me and complains when I try anything, and the very few times we do it, she still doesn't put any effort. I might sound harsh, but that is the truth. I really care for her feelings and want her to be comfortable, but I really don't know what else to do. I've tried everything. She told me to fix this, but still reacts negatively when I try to do anything related to that, and it makes me not want it anymore. Someone replied saying, OP, the exact moment I experienced what you described for the first time was the absolute nail in the coffin of my first marriage. You can't heal from realizing your significant other will always be disgusted by your touch. Fuck. Someone else has left a comment saying, I've gone through this. The resentment was too high, and I ended up having to leave. When it got to the point of, even if things got better sexually, I don't think I could ever trust that change could be lasting. I knew it was over and just left. When trust is gone, it never comes back completely, and I couldn't trust him to keep up with my needs ever again. Damn. Someone else left a comment saying, first of all, you're way too young for this, just leave. If you're truly determined to stay, it sounds like you need to dig very deep and have some tough conversations. Don't focus on the frequency of sex, but dig deeper instead. Don't talk specifically about sex. Talk about intimacy and affection. Try hard not to attack her. Tell her how constant rejection, her lack of any effort during sex, and her lack of affection have made you feel like she doesn't desire you. Tell her this has killed any desire for her and you really don't feel attracted to her. You just want an emotional connection, but the lack of affection over the last year or more has killed all of that. Tell her that her accusing you of only wanting sex was both disrespectful and hurtful, and tell her all the ways you value her and how unhappy you've been, but have not left. So you find downright disgusting that she would accuse you of only wanting sex. Next up, tell her that through all of your talks about this, she doesn't ever seem to really care or trust you to open up. You don't see the light at the end of the table. And honestly, table's weird. And honestly, you don't feel like this can work long term. you're near the end of your rope. Then ask her if you deserve to feel this way and if she truly has any interest in helping to change it. And be ready to listen. You may be shocked by what you hear. She may clam up, who knows? Either way, you make it clear that the two of you can either work together and fix this, or slowly and surely you will just keep protecting yourself by pulling away until you are 100% sure it's time to pull the plug. Make it clear to her that the answer isn't more sex or forced initiation. The answer is affection, intimacy, her opening up and communicating. That's how she can help fix this. Anything else will just lead to the death of all romantic feelings for her. Also make it clear that you'll never apologize for desiring her, and it's sad she'd ever use that against you. You won't tolerate it again. If she makes it clear you desire for her won't work for her, you'll just leave immediately. This is the talk me and my wife had after years of our intimacy slowing to a crawl, and this is what sparked a change. She realized I flat out wasn't attracted to her at all anymore, and we had this convo. She changed. She opened up. I realized there was things I could do differently that I hadn't really considered, and we have improved immensely. This is a very thorough answer. Good job. OP replied saying, this was a very helpful answer. Thank you so much. I'll take notes and talk with her again after with all the things you said. Probably a wise move. Tricky situation. Alrighty, what do you think OP should do? What would you have done in OP's shoes? Let me know in the comments. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more, make sure to hit the subscribe button. That way you won't miss the latest upload. Alrighty, we'll have to finish there. Thank you very much for listening, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.